As I told you yesterday, we will continue with our presentation of the chapter, The Lost Child. Sridev, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You can start sharing the screen.
Good afternoon, all. I'm going to tell about The Lost Child. It is a story by Mulk Rajanand. Now I am going to tell about Mulk Rajanand. He was born on December 12, 1905 in Peshawar, which is in the present day Pakistan.
Okay, 1 second, Sridev. When we refer to the month, we use in. Month and year, we use the preposition in. Okay, and date for date on. So, Mulkraj Anand was born in December on 12th in 1905. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Mulk Rajanand was born in, ma'am, in right?
In the month of December.
In the month of December 12th, 1905 in present day Pakistan.
Yeah.
He is considered a founder of the English language Indian novel. His studies. He is the son of a coppersmith and he has graduated in 1924 from Punjab University in Lahore and pursued additional studies at the University of Cambridge and at the University College of London. This is a picture of University College of London. After completing his PhD in 1929, he studied and lectured at the
League of Nations.
At the League of Nations School of Intellectual Cooperation in Geneva. His first novel. The starting of his career, he started his career due to a family tragedy. His first novel was in response of his own suicide, which was executed by his family for sharing a meal with a Muslim. His first novel was Untouchable, which was published in 1935. Some important events of his life are: he joined the Indian freedom struggle and fought with Republicans in the Spanish Civil War. And during the time of World War II, he worked as a scriptwriter for the BBC in London, where he became friends with George Orwell. Mulk Rajanand founded the magazine Marg and became a director of Kutub Publishers. He taught at various Indian universities and was appointed as a chairman of the Lalit Kala Academy from 1965 to 1970. He had become the president of Lokayata Trust in 1970. His works. Some of his works include The Village, which was published in 1939, Across the Black Waters in 1940, and next is his death. This great liberty icon passed away on September 28, 2004.
Literary icon, isn't it, Sridev?
Yes, ma'am. Now I am going to tell about the short summary of the story. There are 4 characters: the child, his parents, and an unknown man who tries to console the child. It was springtime and the people were going to a fair. And then the child was going along with his parents. He was very excited and happy. The child was fascinated by the toys and sweets. His father always got angry. The child always moved and lagged behind
Vidya,
because
why
he,
are you skipping a few sentences in between?
this side, my
You did
screen.
not read that sentence completely. The child was fascinated by the stalls of toys and sweets. Though his father got angry.
Ma'am, I
Yes?
can't see that side. My
Oh,
laptop
that's
has a
why, that's why.
problem.
Okay, okay, I'll read. Though his father got angry, his mother pacified him and diverted his attention towards the other things. Okay. Continue.
The child lagged behind because his eyes were caught by other things.
Mm.
As they moved forward, the child got demurred and the decorative items on the stall.
Mm.
His mouth watered seeing the seats decorated with gold and silver leaves. He always told, "I want Burfi." Then, but
Burfi.
Burfi,
Mm.
but he did not wait for his parents' reply, as he knew very well that his parents will not agree to buy Burfi.
They would say he was greedy, therefore. How come you missed out? I wonder.
Ma'am, this laptop side is black.
Okay.
Then he saw balloons, but he knew very well that his parents will say that he was too old to play with balloons. Then he saw a snake charmer. Now he stopped to ask with his parents to enjoy his parents to enjoy the permission to
Enjoy the swing.
enjoy the swing.
But to his utter surprise, there was no reply.
Neither his father nor his mother was there. Now the child realized that he was lost. He ran here and there, but with no fruitful result. The place was too crowded. He got terrified. Suddenly, a kind-hearted man took up in his arms and tried to console him. He asked him if he would like to enjoy a joyride, but the child only sobbed and said that he wanted to see his father and mother. The man offered him sweets, balloons, and garlands, but the child kept on sobbing. "I want my father, I want my mother." The meanings. Wintry. Characteristic of winter, especially in feeling or looking very cold and bleak. Allays, a narrow passage between or behind buildings. Gaily,
Gaily clad humanity.
gaily clad humanity. Brightly dressed people. Brim, free, full to the point of overflowing.
Be full to the point of overflowing.
Receding, go or move further or back away from the previous position.
Move back or further away from previous position.
Tyrant, a cruel and oppressive ruler.
Who is mentioned as tyrant here in the story? Sridev?
The father.
Yes. Why the father is mentioned as a tyrant, or why is he referred as tyrant?
He won't allow the child to buy anything or
Yes, he was very strict with the child. Whatever the child asked for, the father was not ready to provide with. Okay, continue.
Gaunty, extravagantly bright or showy, typically so as to be tasteless. Abreast, side by side, moving in a straight way. Teeming, be full of or swarming with. Grove, a small wood or other groups of trees. Throng, a large densely packed crowd of people or animals. Sweetmeat, an item of confectionery or sweet food.
Sweet food.
Hawk, to rise by trying to clear the throat. Hawk up, phlegm.
Phlegm.
Garland, a wreath of
A wreath of flowers.
A wreath of flowers and leaves worn on the head or hung as a decoration.
Mm.
Roundabout. A road junction at which traffic moves in one direction round a central island to reach one of the roads converging on it. Flushed, of a person's skin, red and hot, typically as a result of illness or strong emotion. Convulse, suffer violently, involuntary contraction of the muscles producing contortion of the body or limbs. Jostle, push,
Jostle,
elbow,
jostle. T is
jostle,
silent. Mm.
jostle, push, elbow, or bung against someone, roughly, typically in crowd.
Mm.
Trample, tread on and crush. Soothe, generally calm a person or their feelings. Sway, move or cause to move slowly or rhythmically backwards and forwards or from side to side. Reiterate, say something again or a number of times, typically for emphasis or charity.
Emphasis or clarity.
Thank you.
Okay, Sridev, I found that you have missed out one part, that is the message or moral conveyed to the story. Hmm? Have you included that, Sridev?
No, ma'am.
Okay, that was also given to you when I gave you the instruction. All right. Next. Advait Murali. Advait, are you here? Advait, can you hear me?
Ma'am,
No. Yes.
ma'am, I am not ready.
What happened? Yesterday I told you all of you should be ready with your presentation. What happened, Advait? Do you have any explanation to give me? Next, Nandana.
Ma'am, can I share?
Yes, yes.
A warm welcome to everyone. Today I'm here to take my English literature seminar, and my topic is The Lost Child. First, I want to discuss about the author of the chapter, Mulk Raja Anand. Mulk Raja Anand, this is a photo while he was an age of 20 to 30. And he was born on, born in 12th December.
Born on 12th. When date comes, you have to use the preposition on. For month and year, you have to use in.
Okay.
Okay. Born on 12th December. But when you speak about the month, then it becomes born in the month of December. Did you get me?
Okay. He was born on 12th December 1905 in Peshawar, that is Pakistan.
Yes.
And died on 28th September 2004 in Jahangir Hospital, Pune. His biography. His earlier life and education. He was born in Peshawar. Anand studied at Khalsa College in Amritsar, graduating with honors in 1924 before moving into England. While working in a restaurant, to support himself, he attended a university college in London as an undergraduate and later studied at Cambridge University, earning a PhD.
Cambridge, not Cambridge.
Cambridge University, earning a PhD in philosophy in 1929 with a dissertation
Dissertation.
on Bertrand
Russell.
Russell and the English
Empiricists.
empiricist.
Yes.
During this time, he formed friendships with the members of Bloomsbury group. He also spent time in
Geneva.
lecturing League of Nations,
League of Nations.
International Committee and Intellectual Cooperation.
On intellectual cooperation.
This is Khas College in Amritsar
Khalsa College in Amritsar.
and University College in London, Cambridge University, and Geneva in Switzerland.
Yes, Geneva.
His family. His father is Lal Chand and his mother is Ishwar Kaur. Anand married an English actress and a communist who is Kathleen Van Gleder in 1939, and they had a daughter, Sushila, before divorcing. They lived together 10 years. And he married Shirin Vajifadar in Parsi, a Parsi classical dancer from Bombay in 1950. After 2 years, he divorced his first wife. He married his second wife. This is Kathleen Van Gleder and Srini Vajifadar.
Shirin Vajifdar.
The literacy career. Mulk Raja Anand's literacy career was launched by the family.
Literary career.
Literary career was launched by a family tragedy arising from the rigidity of India's caste system. His first post essay was a response to the suicide of an aunt, excommunicated by her family for sharing a meal with a Muslim woman.
What do you mean by excommunicated? What do you mean by excommunicated, Nandana? What do you understand by that term?
No, I'm not too sure.
Okay, but from the sentence, what have you understood? Excommunication means?
His auntie has suicide because the family.
The family sent his aunt out of the family. She does not have any more rights in the family. Okay, because she shared a meal with a Muslim woman. Understood?
Okay.
Okay, continue.
One of the pioneers of Anglo-Indian friction, he together with R.K. Narayanan, Ahmad Ali and Raja Rao was one of the first Indian-based writers in English to gain international readership. Anand is admired for his novels and short stories, which have acquired the status of classics of modern Indian English literature. They are noted for their perceptive insight into the lives of the oppressed, and for their analysis of impoverishment and exploitation and misfortune.
Yes.
He became known for his protest novel, that is Untouchable, which was published in 1935. It is a chilling expose for the lives of Indians' untouchable caste. They followed by other works on Indian poor such as Coolie, in 1936 and Two Leaves and Buds in 1937.
Mm.
He is also noted for being among the first writers to incorporate Punjabi and Hindustani idioms
Idioms.
into English, and was a recipient of the civilian honor of Padma Bhushan.
Mm.
This is R.K. Narayanan,
Mm.
Muhammad Ali, and
Yes.
Raja Rao.
Yes.
His important works.
Mm.
Must read books by Mulk Raja Anand. Then is The Untouchable, which was published in 1935. Then The Coolie, which was published in 1936. Then Two Leaves and Buds in 1937. Then The Village in 1939. Then Across the Black Waters in 1939. The Sword and the Sickle in 1942. The Big Heart in 1945, and finally, The Private Life of an Indian Prince in 1953. These are the cover pages of his important books.
Untouchable, Coolie, and Two Leaves and a Bud. And also The Village. Yes, Nandana, just read out the title.
The Untouchable by Mulk Raja Anand, Coolie, Two Leaves and Buds, Village,
Two Leaves and a Bud.
The Village, Across the Black Waters, The Sword and the Sickle, The Big Heart, The Private Life of an Indian Prince.
Mm.
His contribution towards literature. He was one of the oldest
Practitioners.
in the field. He has 16 novels and novelette and 9 collections of short stories to his credit, which mark rank him to the most prolific writer of Indian English prose.
Prolific means eminent, outstanding.
Pretty much. Now he is a novelist, a short story writer, an art critic, an art historian, author of children's literature, a professor. Mulk Raja Anand's contribution to culture was 48, and literature is enormous. In the form of books, it is around 100 volumes of highly creative as well as profoundly school works, all in English. Mulk Raja Anand was a path breaker. Now his novels. The Untouchable, as I said, 1935. The Coolie in 1936. Then Two Leaves and a Bud in 1937. The Village in 1939. Across the Black Waters in 1939.
Okay, Nandana, could you please make it a bit fast?
Okay.
Mm.
The Big Heart in 1939.
Okay, you can skip this part. We have discussed already the important works by Mulk Raja Anand. So
Okay.
just come to the summary and the main part, the message. Then we can wind up because the other teacher is waiting here.
Then his short story collections are there, few of them.
Okay, we'll just have a look at this.
And then his other notable works.
All right.
The autobiographies.
Okay, can you come quickly to the summary and the message?
Yes, ma'am. His awards.
Mm. Padma Bhushan, Sahitya Akademi Award and Peace Prize. All
Now,
right.
the summary of our chapter, The Lost Child. Actually, Lost Child is a story of a small boy who gets lost in a fair. He goes to the fair with his parents and enjoy all the views he sees there. And the boy sees different stores where he can find different toys, his favorite toys, his favorite sweets, flowers, balloons, and all. He wished to get those things, but even though his father did not allow, or the father was strict, he thought his father would not buy those things for him. So the boy kept walking with his parents. On the way, he saw a snake charmer playing a flute to the snake. So the snake started dancing. The boy then went closer, but the father forbidden him, and they moved forward. On the way, then the boy again saw a roundabout with full swings. He was so eager to go on the roundabout. While he asked his parents, there were no reply. The boy looked around, but no sign of his parents. He started crying. After a while, a strange man came closer to the boy and said the boy to stop crying. But he didn't stop, and the man offered him all the things that the boy wished to get. That those were the toys, sweet flowers, and balloons. But the boy didn't stop crying, and the boy was saying just one thing, that one he wanted to see his parents, his father and the mother. And that's the summary of the story.
Okay.
The new words.
Okay, Nandana, you can skip the new words.
Yes.
Let's move to the last part. Due to the lack of time, I'm not able to make you read all this, but I do understand that you have really done a hard work on this. You have collected as many details as possible.
The theme of the story or the message. The theme that I understood by reading the story was, for a child, the most valuable thing in his or her life is her parents.
Yes, absolutely correct.
So that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay. Well done. Well done. Very good presentation, Nandana. Okay.
Thank you.
Where are
ma'am.
you? Okay. In fact, children all can give a good clap for Nandana and Sridev. Okay. The presentation was absolutely interesting. They have included all the details. Okay. It was a very vast and vivid presentation. Thank you so much to both of you. I hope the story and the message conveyed is clear. Okay. So in the next class, next week, okay, in a week, we get only 2 periods. In the next week, we will begin with another story. Okay. Thank you so much. Prepare well for your PT exam. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.